What's up, everybody? John Hoover, AllSooners, along with Ryan Chapman. No Randall today. Randall is, believe it or not, he's in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, took today, missed the game to go to Orlando visiting his dad. He took a personal day.
Oh, I thought that he thought the game was in Orlando.
Yeah,
it was a big miscommunication. No.
Right. You know who else took a personal day? The Oklahoma Sooners took a personal day. Holy cow, Ryan. 31-29 was the final of this game. 18-point favorite. Sooners come in here. They're the FPI's #1 choice to win the national championship, heaviest favorite to win the conference championship. I think they fell in love with some of their press clippings this week. Maybe that's oversimplifying it. Brent Venables said that wasn't the case. But after the high that you come back from the 34-30 win at Texas 2 weeks ago, against Texas, I should say, 2 weeks ago in Dallas, 2 weeks of everybody telling you how great you are, 2 weeks of of people telling you you're the favorite for a national title. You come out here and lay egg after egg after egg against UCF. Again, 19.5-point favorite is what it closed at. Ryan, this was crazy. A game full of mistakes that Brent Venables actually characterized as boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah, he basically said that Oklahoma made enough mistakes to lose. Later said, but they didn't, and we'll take it. And there was a lot of talk in the post-game press conference about, look, championship teams, conference championship teams, teams that play for much bigger, they'll have moments like this along in the season. I think that's why you saw, go to allsooners.com, watch his post-game, Brent Venables that was in a pretty decent mood, knowing that they played pretty poor at times and still came out with the win. You start defensively, it looked really good for 4 drives, and then the offense felt like it took a half to even get going. The running game really didn't fire up until about 3 or 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They barely got over 100 yards heading into the fourth quarter, and then they had almost 90 yards in the fourth to carry it over. You had penalties, you had coverage busts that wiped away what should have been a really impressive defensive performance. It was a very, very weird, sloppy, disjoint game from Oklahoma, and not what you would expect of a team that would come out laser focused like we had been told that this team that had handled the bye week just fine. Got the win, that's the important thing. Always easier to teach off of that, but a lot that they need to dial in on before they make the trip up to Lawrence next weekend.
There's nothing like being able to teach hard lessons after a close win, and Oklahoma did it 2 weeks ago. And they're doing it again this week as they prep for Kansas. A couple of quotes I want to read to you guys from Brent Venables. We were fortunate to win the game. We made enough mistakes to lose. Captain Obvious here. That's Brent talking, not me. He said, but we made enough plays to overcome it. He also said, this had all the makings of a dominant performance on defense. It wasn't. That's, again, the whole thing was Brent talking, not me. He said, I don't think the off week had anything to do with it. I don't think looking ahead past anybody had anything to do with it. It's just one of those things. Well, simple as that. I have a hard time believing that. I think this team was distracted, not necessarily looking ahead to Kansas. That's not it. It was 2 weeks of everybody telling them how great they were.
Well, it's so weird, though, because, I mean, put the pieces together. Oklahoma's defense, right? Talking about defensive dominance or close to being a dominant performance. Through the first 12 plays, they give up 3 yards. It was 4 3-and-outs. John, we were Jaron Kanak loses his mind on the goal line away from talking about 2 weeks in a row, the Oklahoma defense standing tall on the 1-yard line. They made that stop on third down before Kanak got in the face of the UCF player laying on the ground. You had what it should have been the punctuation, exclamation point. Peyton Bowen comes in on a crucial third down sack, forces UCF to punt instead of maybe thinking about going forward. Oklahoma goes down the field and scores, and it should have been, oh, look, Peyton Bowen came up huge, the offense ices it, and then boom, 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 UCF goes down the field, and Kendall Dolby had to enter the random lore of 2-point conversion stops by the Oklahoma defense in Owen Field. It's a bizarre thing that for as well as the defense played, you got there, and then the defense started off strong and petered out at certain times. It was almost a complete flip for the offense, which looked like it wasn't going to do anything for the entire first half, and then they found themselves in the fourth quarter.
Stephen Parker made the play in that end zone in 2015. Yeah, Baker's first year. 2015, Trevor Knight had to come off the bench. Stephen Parker makes the play. I think the score, guys, was 31-29. Same as what we saw today. This time it was Kendall Dolby with a tackle down here after the tying or the touchdown to put him in position for the 2-pointer. Oklahoma's defense had a lot of good things happen to it today, including that one. Kendall Dolby obviously said that's going to go up there for the rest of his life as one of his career highlights. So, pretty cool moment. Peyton Bowen came in the game specifically to blitz and blitz the quarterback. He said it's the first quarterback sack of his high school career, college career, pro career, you name it. He's never had one before, so that's kind of cool. But overall, I mean, 86-yard touchdown happened right down this sideline right here, where the UCF player blew a kiss to the OU sideline, which was supposed to stop the play and be a personal foul, a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Brent Venables said they adjudicated it out here on the field and said, we didn't see where it happened, we just saw that it happened, so we're placing it in the end zone. So touchdown UCF. That one was confusing as well. I don't know. A lot of weird stuff happened today, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a really just bizarre game. And look, guys, Oklahoma fans are used to this, the letdown spot, right? And this was it. This was the wild game where Iowa State comes onto Owen Field and beats Baker Mayfield and the Sooners. This was Colorado, right? In Boulder, but this was the Colorado game, and that didn't happen, right? It got close, it got really close, but instead of holding on for dear life and lose at the end, Oklahoma was able to find a way to come back. The offense went on a little mini 14-0 run to extend the game. That way, UCF was in a position they had to make the two-point conversion just to tie it instead of winning the game. At the end of the day, that's huge. Brent Venables said this is not a game Oklahoma wins last year. He doesn't think it's a game that they win last year. He said that after the SMU game, and so when you're looking to turn around a 6-7 season, when you're looking to turn around a 6-7 season, it's not going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. But there's a ton for Oklahoma to fix before they head to Lawrence next Saturday.
He was asked specifically, do you win this game last year? He said, I don't believe so. That says it all. This team making progress, 7-0. Probably going to drop in the polls. We don't know what else is going on in the country ahead of them and behind them, but that's an indicator right there. 31-29 at home against a team that was winless in conference play, remains winless, obviously 0-4. UCF is, but the Sooners are now 7-0, 4-0 in conference play. Turn their attention to the Kansas Jayhawks. Guess what? We're headed up to the press box. We're going to have for you the AllSooners post-game podcast. We're going to have for you post-game interviews. Dylan Gabriel, a bunch of players came in. All three coaches came in, both coordinators, and of course Brent Venables will have all those videos for you as well. Even though Randall wasn't here, we were managing to get some videos today. And don't forget the post-game highlights. Not post-game highlights, the game highlights will be posted during the post-game as well. All that stuff, where are you going to find it? AllSooners.com. For Ryan, I'm John Hoover. See you guys.